Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the long-awaited, well, not long-awaited for you, but long-awaited for me, Sephora VIB haul. Sephora has a sale twice a year, sometimes more. They've been sneaking some in there, but usually twice a year, and this is the spring sale. So if you want to see my haul part 1, I did place 2 orders. My second one didn't come yet, but if you want to see what I got, then just keep on watching. So before we get into it, I just want to quickly say, like, a disclaimer. Yes, this is a lot of money, I realize that, but these for the most part are things that I would use anyway, and I have been really good, maybe not the past years like before, but this year and like the previous year, I've been pretty good at only buying things that I need or that I've been wanting for a really long time. I haven't really been like impulse buying like new releases and all that kind of stuff. So basically I save like my gift cards for Mother's Day, Christmas, all that good stuff for this sale, and then again the one in October. And in between, like, I really try not to buy makeup. I use what I have. So yes, it seems like a lot, but it's stuff that I would need anyway, so I take advantage of the sale because, as we know, high-end products don't go on sale that often, and it's things that I would have bought anyway. So rather than buying it after the sale and paying full price, I kind of just like splurge one time, and then throughout the year, like, for the most part, I don't buy makeup. Okay, so getting into it, like I said, a lot of these things are repurchases. A couple things are new. So yeah, but a lot of them are repurchases. So the first one is the Murad Acne Control Clarifying Body Spray. I just put my other one away, but my other one is almost empty, and basically this is just like a spray that you could spray on your body. I use it for my back because TMI, unfortunately, I do break out on my back sometimes, especially when I'm working out, like when I'm going to the gym and sweating a lot, which I've been going to the gym a lot more lately, before quarantine, that is. My back breaks out, so this really helps, and it's a spray that you can spray upside down, so you can do it yourself if you don't have someone to do it for you, which is awesome. It is kind of expensive, but if you only use it for the areas that you need, it does last you a decent amount of time. That's a repurchase. Another repurchase is the Hourglass bronzer. This is in Luminous Bronze Light. If you're not new to my channel, you've heard me talk about this bronzer so many times because it's my go-to ride or die, and my other one has lasted me years. Like, that's kind of sad to say because maybe it's expired, but powders don't expire, right? But anyways, it lasted me years, but now I've hit pan, so this is what it looks like. This is the lighter shade of the 2 original shades. They have come out with more since then, but this was one of the originals. I don't want to swatch it yet. I have my other one right here. So that's what I mean, like, this one has lasted me for years. I use it all the time, and as you can see, I have officially hit pan, and I use this literally almost every day, even when I'm not wearing foundation or anything. If I just want to look like alive, I use this as like an all-in-one bronzer, blush, highlighter duo, just to like liven up my face. And I love it. So I got a backup just because I never want to be without it, and like I said, it's like literally my everyday. I have a lot of bronzers, but that one is like my favorite. Another repurchase is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Holy, that's a lot to say, but basically this is, you know, this concealer. It looks like this. I have 2 shades of this. I have like a little bit of a darker one for when I'm tanned, and then I have a lighter one, and I was running out, so I just repurchased it in the shade Shortbread. I am wearing it today. It is like a light yellow shade, which I really like. If you hear my kids, I'm sorry, but as you know, it's quarantine. We're all stuck in here together, and this is my little moment of like me time, you know, so I'm sorry if you hear them. But anyways, yes, basically I love this. I'm not a big fan of Tarte Shape Tape because I do find it drying. It's full coverage, but I do find it drying, and it can make your under eyes look crepey. This one I find equally as full coverage, but it's more hydrating, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. The Tarte one also you can only order on Ulta, and I'm Canadian, so I feel like I haven't found a perfect shade in that either. So anyways, I just love this because you get a lot more. It's more hydrating, and there's a huge shade range. It's really good. Next up, the other products in here are not repurchases, but I've been wanting them for a long time. This one is the Laura Mercier Velour Extreme Matte Lipstick. It's what I'm wearing right now. I will say it looks hella neon right now. It's not that neon in person, but I mean, it is still pretty bright. It's basically just a bright orange. I'm not going to swatch it because it's literally what's on my lips right now. and it's a matte lip crayon. The bottom comes with a little sharpener, which I love. I do have another shade in this, and I like the formula. I will say this formula seems to be a little bit more dry, so you might have to like exfoliate a little, or maybe my lips are just more dry right now. But usually with the neon shades, they are a little bit more dry, so just exfoliate your lips first. But I like the formula. I like that it's a crayon and it has a sharpener, so you can use it as like an all-in-one lip liner and like lipstick in one. And I like that it's matte, because with these colors I don't want them to smear everywhere. And yeah, I really like it. And I wanted an orange like this because for summertime I just love orange when I have a tan, and when I want like a bold lip, I love an orange for summer. Let's go to this guy next. This is the Living Proof Restore Dry Scalp Treatment. It looks like this. I used this yesterday in my hair. Basically another like TMI moment. I mean, we're family here. If you're watching this video, you came for a reason. Basically, I've been suffering with like dry scalp, not necessarily like dandruff or flaking, but like irritated, itchy, a little bit red. Sometimes there is like flaking, but not all the time. Sometimes it's just like irritated, like red and itchy. And I've tried everything. I've tried apple cider vinegar, tea tree oil, peppermint oil. Like I've tried it. Some things help, but they never like fully fix it. So I decided to try this. It had a lot of good reviews with people that have actual like scalp issues that were diagnosed. Mine is not. I should go see someone, but I haven't yet. But anyways, the reviews were really good, so I knew that I wanted to pick this up. It's been in my cart for a long time, and I used it the other day, and so far I was telling my husband I do feel like it works. I can't say like, obviously I've only used it once, so I have to see, but I did feel like it helped, because by now, after washing my hair, it was like a day and a half ago, by now my scalp would already be kind of like irritated and red, and it's not red. So even if that's the one benefit, like this already worked a little bit. So I'll keep you updated, but so far I'm really happy with that. It was like the main thing that I knew I wanted to purchase. Another thing is, I've heard this talked about a lot, but I've never tried it. It's the First Aid Beautyultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration for Dry Skin. This is just like a new packaging, but it's the same thing. I got it for my dry hands. It just looks like this. This is the smaller container. I got it for dry hands. It also had really good reviews, and I live in Canada. I suffer with really dry, in the winter time, especially like dry hands, and that had good reviews. It was pretty affordable, so I decided to pick up the small one just to try it. I've used it a couple times now, and like it hydrates, but not as much as I want it to. I don't know if I'm just super picky, but it's pretty good. I've only used it a couple times, so I can't really speak on it. Before that, I was using the Caudalie one, and I think they're like on par, except the Caudalie one smells way better, but it's also way more expensive, so I don't know. Next up, I knew I wanted a face cream for nighttime, and I kind of wanted to like dip my finger in retinol. So I have like a couple retinol alternatives, but I've never tried like a real retinol, and I was a little bit scared. But then I saw this one again from First Aid Beauty, and it's called retinol serum, and it's for sensitive/beginner. So I picked this up to try it at nighttime. I think because it said sensitive/beginner, I was like, okay, let me try that, because I am a beginner and I really don't want to experience like the negative aspects of retinol, which is like sensitive, flaky, dry skin. So I haven't used this yet. I'm going to test it out. Hopefully it works well. Retinol is supposed to help with like cell turnover, which is good for your skin. So I'm excited to try that out. And then 3 more things. Next up, let's talk about this one. This is mcgrath Labs Skin Fetish Blurring Under Eye Powder. First of all, like, yeah, the packaging is cute, but that's a bit much to have all those little things. That's a little unnecessary for me, I'm not gonna lie. I obviously haven't tried it because it's still closed up, but I heard a couple YouTubers that I really like and trust their opinions. One of them was Cheryl, Makeup by Cheryl, and the other one was Babs Beauty, I think. They both suggested this, and they did a demo of where they like just put it under their eye and it blurred it. And so I wanted to try it out. I do need another like to-go setting powder just for like touch-ups when you're out. So I decided to try it out. I really do like mcgrath. It's a little pricey, but I feel like the powder will last you because you're not using it all the time and you're not using it for your whole face. So we'll see. I haven't opened it, but like, how cute is this? But this is gonna make a big mess when you open it. It's a little much, but for the price, you expect a little much, right? 2 more things. This is the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Dream Face Cream. And it's the Super Lotus Night Recovery. I got the mini one just to try it. Again, for a night cream, even with the retinol, you don't want to use this every night because it can make your skin really sensitive. So I need an alternative, and I was using the Origins, I think it's Nitamins is what it's called, but I've been using that forever and I just feel like I'm in a little bit of a rut with it. So I wanted to try something else, and I have tried Fresh before and I did like them, so I decided to try this one. It had good reviews, it smells really good, and I like Fresh products because they're super like thick and hydrating. And this little guy was not too expensive, and like I said, it had really good reviews, so I thought I'd try it to hopefully replace my Origins one, because my Origins one has like AHAs, I think. I don't know, you have to look it up. I'm not going to dig it out right now, but it does have some sort of active like peeling ingredient to help again with cell turnover, but I just figured if I'm going to be using retinol, I don't need to use that as well, because I don't want to overdo it with my skin, you know. So I just wanted something on the in-between days to kind of just like nourish my skin. So I decided to try that guy out. And then last but not least, I decided to pick up a rollerball perfume. A lot of my perfumes that I own, first of all, I've been really into fragrance perfumes lately, but a lot of the ones that I own, because I gravitate towards winter and like fall scents, those like warm, spicy, cozy scents. That's just my vibe. But in the summertime when it's really hot, obviously you can't wear that. It's gonna make someone sick, choke them out. So I've been looking for like a fragrance or fragrances to kind of just like balance out my collection, because in the summertime I don't want to be wearing like those really like cozy, warm scents that I associate with Christmas, and you know what I mean. So I decided to pick up, that was a really long explanation, but I decided to pick up Burberry Her in the rollerball, because like I said, this would just be for spring and summer, so I don't think I would go through it that quickly, because I still gravitate towards the other ones. But for like daytime and summer, I picked up this one. Again, it was Makeup by Cheryl who spoke about this, and it does smell so good. I wore it yesterday. It smells like a fruity musk. Musk can smell different in different perfumes, but in this case, what I mainly smell is literally like strawberry. You can really smell the strawberry, and it lasts throughout the whole scent life, like throughout the whole however many hours it's on your skin. I didn't like fully test it, but the entire time I was wearing it yesterday, I could smell the strawberries the entire time. So, and the musk in this case is like a powdery musk. It could smell different. Like I said, musk in certain scents, like perfumes, smells differently, but in this case it's like a sweet powdery musk. Powdery, that's what I'm gonna say, but not like baby powder. It's not like too mature, but this is like a fruity musk. It's like a good way to smell fruity, but in an adult sexy way. So most of the fruity perfumes on the market are geared towards like younger girls, and that's not me. I'm a mother, I'm 30, and sometimes I don't want to smell so young, you know. This is a really good fruity scent, but for like grown, sexy woman, but not like too mature, you know. Sometimes musk can smell too mature, so I was scared when I did see that it was like classified as like a musk, but it smells really good, and I love that you can smell the strawberry throughout the entire thing. I love that. So like I said, this is a lot, I know that, but I won't be buying makeup for the rest of the year, or at least until the next sale. I do have a part 2 coming, but just for like a couple skincare items that weren't in stock when I did this order. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.